the 2020 presidential election. Is my first video, so we're gonna begin. So this election is gonna be very impacted because of coronavirus. So we're gonna see a lot of states that probably weren't before at such small margins. They're probably gonna be at smaller margins, and the states are expected to be go slightly one side. They might go to the winning side by a lot more. So let's start. So my safe states are those I think more than 10%. So we can say definitely Washington, Oregon, California, Hawaii. I think in also this election, New Mexico will be safe just because of higher Latinos right now and things like that. We're also going to go to New York, Vermont, Massachusetts, Rhode Island, Connecticut, New Jersey, Delaware, Maryland, and DC. Maine at large would definitely be safe, but and then the first district will also be safe. I'm just a little spectacle about the second district, so maybe that would be a different story. Illinois would also be safe. And I think those are safe states for the Democrats. I'm probably missing something, but then I'll find out. Okay, then I'm gonna put for the Republican safe states, Wyoming, Utah. Utah will be safe unless Evan McMullen or someone like that runs. Otherwise, it will be a safe state. Um, so yeah, we're also gonna see safe states in Kansas, most Nebraska. No, not just yeah, no, Nebraska at large would be safe. Not the second district. That would not be safe. That would be a toss up. Followed, and then these states would be these other two districts would definitely be safe for Trump. The South, mostly will be safe margins, except maybe in the state of Mississippi, simply because it's African American candidate and South Carolina, and Joe Biden, he can get out that southern vote with the black vote. So maybe that's a way we can see that there will be closer margins, but it definitely will go to the Republican Party. Kentucky, definitely safe. West Virginia, and Oklahoma, Alaska, Missouri, Indiana. Other than that, I would say those are all our safe states. So the rest would be kind of our swingy states, which would be um likely margins. So I think let's start with the Republicans since we ended up with them. I think in Republican likely margins will be states like Mississippi, simply because they did not have Joe Biden might get the vote out, but we must also consider this is a red state. We have mostly conservative voters there, so I don't think maybe this will become in play later on when we see higher levels of black turnout, but I don't think right now it's definitely not gonna flip. So the same case in South Carolina, and yeah, and also I think that would happen the same thing in Texas, maybe sooner, like in 2028 or 2024. State of Texas might be close enough so they could be competitive and could go on either side. Now, those I think are the rest of the likely Republican states. So now we're gonna go over to the likely Democratic states. I think states like Nevada, Colorado, Virginia. At this point, New Hampshire it will be likely. Donald Trump's poll numbers in New Hampshire are not that great. Let's just look up the race here. So we can see Biden plus 4.6. I don't, and I think with other elections like the Senate election, that would maybe put more people to vote for Biden. So at this point, those are my Biden likely states. Now, with the lean states, I'm gonna put Georgia with a lean because Georgia is gonna be close, but not close enough that could be in reach, as well as Iowa and the state of Ohio. These states were ultra conservatives in the election of 2016, and I think they'll stay the same way, and they won't go and vote for Joe Biden. In the lean Democratic states, I think states like Minnesota would be there. At this point, the state of Arizona has a lot of poll numbers that show that Joe Biden could easily win that state. So I put it in the likely column, as well as the state of Michigan and Pennsylvania. And I think this election would be Biden's time to win in a tilt margin in the state of Maine's 2nd Congressional District. Then we have kind of three big states left, except well that district over there. In Nebraska's 2nd district, I think it will nearly go to Donald Trump, simply because of the fact that there's going to be a lot of down ballot voting, but I don't think the people in that district will like Joe Biden. So there's three states left. You have the state of Wisconsin, North Carolina, and Florida. So I think in the state of Wisconsin, it's gonna go narrowly to Joe Biden. I feel like they're gonna vote more to the right than Arizona, so that would be tell a lot. But I think Joe Biden has to win here, and it is probable with his VP choice they could get out people who live in Milwaukee and some of the Wisconsin suburbs. Now we're left with these two states. Let's start with North Carolina. I also think that this would be a tilt Biden state, just simply because of the fact that the black vote is going to be high turnout this year. And I think the base that Joe Biden has in North Carolina is very strong. In addition, I think the Trump campaign will forget about North Carolina and the importance of that state for that election. And finally, the state of Florida. I think it's going to go narrowly for Donald Trump, less than 1% margin. And I think this would be Donald Trump would get close to the presidency, but if he lost the Rust Belt, so that's kind of what's going to make him lose the election. So thank you for watching, subscribe, and soon we're going to have a video on the Senate elections. Thank you.